Hi everybody, it's Claire from Handmade at Hudson's and thank you very much for pressing play on the video today. Today's video is showing you how to make cards like this one and then choosing how you personally like to decorate it. So this is a really very simple, clean and simple card. The clues in the title, clean and simple, and it has lots of white space and it has minimum stamping, and then you can decide how you decorate it. So for this card I have used the absolutely stunningly gorgeous gilded leafing, which is this, and I believe this is on back order or not orderable, but it is stunning, so when it comes back in I'll let you know and you can order some. I have a collection of the different gilded leafing, and actually one of my videos last year was on it, some that I already own from indigo blue but in different colours. So how do I make this card? It's really simple, and all you will need is a card base, which is in my metric. So I will put in below and also on my blog, which is here, handmadeathudsons.co.uk, the measurements. So my measurements are 29 scored at 14.5 by 10.5, and then this piece of paper is 10 centimeters by 14 centimeters, but my metric, everybody else's metric, and imperial will be linked in below and on my blog. So the other thing that you'll need is the Perfectly Plaid Stamp Set, and that's what I've been playing with. And then I have got the stamps that I need. So we are using this tree, we're using the bits that go on top, we're using the Christmas cheer, and we are using the Merry Christmas. So Merry Christmas is just on this huge block because I haven't got any more D blocks. I should really invest in a few more, and Christmas cheer will fit on just on a D block, but it currently fits quite well on my H block. And the other things that you will need is ink. So we've got cherry cobbler and evening evergreen, and then we're going to be playing with like different glitters and embossing powders, etc. But I will show you that in a minute. So let's take all this junk out of the way and let's start stamping. So I'm going to start with my cherry cobbler, and I am going to cause chaos by not being able to okay, so I'm going to stamp my Merry Christmas first. So I'm simply going to add this to my paper, and that's fine. And then I am going to stamp, and I'm going to clean that off. So I'm just going to bring in a scrap piece of paper. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take most of the ink off before I add it to my chamois, so that my chamois doesn't get too dirty. And as you can see, I've got two chamois. One was eaten by the dog and one is my actual one that I use chamois. That's fine. Okay. And so the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to use the Christmas cheer, and I'm just going to stamp off to see it's okay. Right. So the actual whole stamp is hoping that your busy year comes together in Christmas cheer, and I only want the Christmas cheer. So I'm actually going to stamp the tree first. I'm talking junk. Right, let's bring this in. Let's open the evening evergreen. I'm going to take my Christmas tree stamp and I'm going to ink that up, and it's fully inked. Now I want second generation for this because it's quite dark, so if I put it on here, it is really rather dark when it's first stamped, and I want it to be a little bit lighter. So I am going to turn this around because that's the front, back, and then I'm going to stamp my tree just centre in the middle, like so. And then I'm going to put this away before I get ink everywhere. As you might be able to tell from my hands, I've already been playing with cherry cobbler. So I'm going to take a post-it note, and I am going to add that to the lettering and then ink up the cheer, Christmas cheer. I'm just going to make sure that all the Christmas cheer is visible. So if you can see there, I've covered the wording but not the Christmas cheer. So the other way of doing this is with your Stampin' Up markers. However, it can look a bit liney, so I recommend using the post-it notes. Now another tip is that if you are using rubbish post-it notes like I am from Poundland or Home Bargains, they soak up the ink like this one, and then if you try to do subsequent stamping, it'll actually sink through into the stamp, and then you end up with random words, though you don't want it. So I'm just going to stamp my Christmas cheer, and then I've been really messy, so I'm going to take my just a baby wipe. So these are actually biodegradable baby wipes, which I thought was quite impressive. Close my choke cobbler because I'm not going to need that. I'm going to put this in the centre and I'm going to stamp my Christmas cheer. Let's just hope this works. And there we have Christmas cheer by itself without adding the word in. I don't actually have an example to show you, but I had 3 that went a bit wrong earlier. Okay, so I'm going to leave this to dry now because this is my last one. So we were talking about decoration. So I have got some pre-made cards that we're going to look at in terms of decoration. So my first idea for decoration is to add glitter. So there are a number of ways to add glitter, but my favourite way is to use the detailed fine tip glue pen. Now there's 2 ways to add the glitter to your card. The first way is to add dots to your tree just about where the leaves are, and the second way is to follow the branches and to create longer lines. So I'm just dabbing my tree where I want my glitter to be. So then I have got some retired Stampin' Up gold glitter. So ooh, throw it on the floor. Okay. So all I'm going to do is take my glitter and add this to my card. So any glitter you may have, even if you get it from Poundland, Pound Stretcher, etc., then all I'm going to do is blow, and hopefully, oh no, I've got a piece of paper in my glitter. I'm not sure how I'm going to get rid of that. Oh, and now I've dropped it in there. Oh, crazy. Right, and I'm just going to put this back in the pot, and then I'm going to get rid of all the excess. And I'm just trying to get rid of that piece of paper. Done it. Okay, so there we have a sparkly Christmas tree, which I think looks really quite cool. So that's option 1. So option 2 is we are going to heat emboss. So I've got another card that I made earlier. So if you are doing this in one go, you want to make sure that it's left to dry. I've got my embossing buddy, and I'm going to run that over my tree. I'm going to take my second stamp, which is this one, and I'm going to take my embossing powder. I'm going to take my embossing, so my Versamark. So this is just sticky ink. so you can use any embossing ink. And then I'm just going to sort of line this up and put it over the tree. Now the good thing about this stamp is it doesn't have to be perfect. It looks fine if it is not exactly in the right place. So now I'm just going to move this out of the way, and I'm going to add some gold embossing powder. So I'm just going to tap that on, make sure it's all covered, and then I'm just going to knock that off. Then I'm just going to tap it, and I'm just going to put this back in the pot. Now if you've got your sound on loud, I think I might just take the sound off for this bit. But if you've got your sound on loud, please reduce it, because I'm just going to heat this up. So all I'm going to do is heat my heat tool off screen, and then I am going to hold until my embossing turns. So I'm to make sure that it's all gone, and then I'm going to switch that off. And there you can see, it's all sparkly. And then you can emboss again if you like to. So I might do double embossing on this one. So maybe not, I think I might just leave it. So we've got gold embossing, we've got glitter, and then you could also add pearls. So I have got some metallic pearls here, and I'm just going to randomly add them she says this one seems to not want to move, so I'll take a different one up the tree, and then it's up to you how many you add or don't add, as the case may be. You can definitely tell if someone likes you or not by how many embellishments they add to a card for you. So there we go. So we've got random pearls, which are gorgeous. So the metallic pearls come in gold or silver, so you can change it up to the colours of your card. So there we have metallic pearls. So we've got glitter, we've got heat embossing, we've got metallic pearls, and then the last option is to fill in the leaves. So I've got my blender pen and I've got my evening evergreen. And all I'm going to do is take some ink from the side and just fill in the leaves. And I actually should have said I'm actually going to bring a piece of paper in. I think I'm going to have the lighter colour. So people have been doing this with blends for this tree. However, I don't have the blends for this colour yet. And the other slight problem is because it's a single layer card, if I use blends, it will show through. So if I was adding this image to a card where it was multiple layered, I could use blends to colour in the leaves, because the bleeding at the back wouldn't show through. Like so. And then to finish it off, I have gone through my stash and found some gold stars from a few years ago, and I'm going to add that to the top of the Christmas tree. So just have a look and see what embellishments you have and add those, because everything doesn't have to be new. I'm definitely a case of use up your stash. I quite tempted to say chuck out your chintz, but not quite the right term. So so there we go. We've got pearls, colouring in with an embellishment. We've got glitter, we've got heat embossing. So all of those cards use stamped off evening evergreen and also cherry cobbler. So then I have got a few more examples with different colours. So I have got Just Jade and Happy Parade, and I have used some Wow embossing powder from Stamps by Chloe in Kir Royal, and that's a glittery gold embossing powder. So you sort of got best of both worlds there. Then I have got a card which is Granny Apple Green, where I have coloured in the leaves again with Poppy Parade. And then what I've done is I've stamped the hat, which comes from the banner year, and I have added some embossing paste to create a Santa-esque pop-up, and I've used the Be Merry from the banner years as well. And then inside I've stamped Merry Merry Christmas. And this Merry Christmas is actually a shortened part of the sentiment from A Wish for Everything. And then this is a colour combination of Just Jade and Cherry Cobbler, which is actually one of my favourites, which came out of the Joy to the World set. And this sentiment, sorry, the colour combination came out of the Joy to the World set. This sentiment, A Merry Little Wish for Lots of Joy this season, is from A Wish for Everything. And then on the inside I've just gone for Merry Christmas from Perfectly Plaid. Now this is actually stamped in the gold Delicata ink that was used to be in the Stampin' Up catalogue. So as I said, look through your stash and see what you can use to create some really cute cards. But I do have to say that I personally absolutely adore the sparkly one, this sparkly one, and I love this sentiment. I love the colours of this one, and I love actually the simplicity of the pearls actually. So all the pictures for these cards will be on my blog, which is handmade.hudsons.co.uk. There's also a link in the description bar below. If you've got any questions, you can contact me either on here, or you can find me on Facebook, you can find me on the Tinterweb, or you can email me. My email's also below, clara@handmade.hudsons.co.uk. And thank you very much for pressing play on the video. If you have liked the video, please give me a thumbs up, and also click the subscribe button if you're new, and also ring the bell so that you're aware of when I next post a video. So thank you very much for joining me. I hope I've inspired you to dig through your stash, create some cards, and to make Christmas through the year. Thank you. Bye.